Hello to my channel Chinese Star. Today we will bring you the following hot and exciting news.
Xiao Zhan can't save it either. The box office of The Legend of the Condor Heroes is dismal, and Tsui Hark's true colors are exposed. The box office of The Legend of the Condor Heroes collapsed. Has the first director in film history really revealed his true colors? In the 2025 Spring Festival, a highly anticipated movie The Legend of the Condor Heroes, The Greatest Hero debuted with a leading position in pre-sale box office, but quickly suffered a double Waterloo in word of mouth and box office after its release. Why did this blockbuster directed by Tsui Hark, who is known as the first director in film history, and starring top star Xiao Zhan, end up in such a situation? The box office results of a loss of more than 300 million yuan really exposed Tsui Hark's true colors. Looking back at the preheating before the release of the movie, the fanatical support of Xiao Zhan's fans undoubtedly made great contributions to the pre-sale box office of The Legend of the Condor Heroes. The enthusiasm of fans almost made this movie the center of attention before it was released, including booking a theater, blocking seats, and showing ticket stubs. However, the glory of the pre-sale box office did not continue after the official release, and the word of mouth of passers-by became the key to determining the box office trend. Many viewers said after watching the film that the biggest problem of this film is the confusion of narrative structure and the perfunctory fighting scenes. Tsui Hark seems to be too obsessed with the presentation of special effects, and ignores the core of martial arts films, martial arts and night. The fighting scenes in the film rely almost entirely on light effects and special effects, lacking the physical contact and weapon confrontation in traditional martial arts films, which makes many martial arts fans disappointed. Some viewers even said bluntly that this is not a martial arts film, but a hybrid of fairy tales or science fiction films. In addition, the film also has serious problems in character creation. Guo Jing, who is honest and simple in the original work, is portrayed as an expressionless AI hero in the film, and the interaction between him and Wang Rong lacks sparks. This subversive adaptation of the original character not only failed to win the recognition of the original fans, but also made many new audiences feel difficult to get into the play. Of course, as a big-budget movie, The Legend of the Condor Heroes is not without merit. It still shows a high level of production in terms of scene layout, costumes and props. However, these highlights are insignificant in the face of the overall quality of the film, and cannot cover up its serious flaws in the plot, martial arts scenes and character creation. Faced with the double failure of box office and word of mouth, has Tsui Hark really shown his true colors? Perhaps there is no absolute answer to this question. After all, every director has his own creative style and philosophy, and the audience's preferences for movies vary greatly. But what is certain is that the failure of The Legend of the Condor Heroes has sounded the alarm for Tsui Hark and the entire Chinese-language film industry. While pursuing special effects and traffic, we must not ignore the story and character creation of the film itself. The box office collapse of The Legend of the Condor Heroes this time has undoubtedly taught a lesson to all film practitioners. It reminds us that the essence of film is storytelling and character creation, not simply piling up special effects and pursuing traffic. Only in this way can we win the recognition and love of the audience. Xiao Zhan's The Legend of the Condor Heroes, is it really that great? As soon as Xiao Zhan's version of The Legend of the Condor Heroes, The Legend of the Condor Heroes was released, it was like a bomb thrown into the box office war during the Spring Festival. No matter whether you came for Xiao Zhan or Tsui Hark, the box office data of the cinema was real. 370 million in 2 days, it was simply a box office dark horse. However, what followed was the official media's 5 major flaws, which made movie fans feel nervous. Is this movie good? 5 major problems named Tsui Hark. Is it really not good this time? If you want to talk about popular movies, Tsui Hark's name cannot be mentioned. This famous Hong Kong director has made many classics. However, this time The Legend of the Condor Heroes was caught by the official media. The 5 major problems were listed one by one, which made people gasp. It was hollow and stiff, the special effects were not outstanding, the script was lazy, the narrative was confusing, and the use of traffic stars was risky. There was really no fish that slipped through the net. These 5 major problems are on the cutting edge, and people can't help but accept it. Especially the special effects and narrative issues, which are simply the most intuitive feelings of the audience when watching the movie. The comments of professionals are well-reasoned and even make people feel a little convinced. Audiences are hotly discussing, the official media is professional, and the people are happy to watch it. However, the audience may not buy it. After the film was released, the cinema was very lively. Many viewers were still not satisfied after watching it, and they expressed their willingness to watch it again. You say that the official media is professional, and they say I just enjoy watching it. On platforms such as Weibo and Douban, the audience's comments are varied. Some people think it is good, family and country feelings, humorous and interesting, and some people think it is just like that. Each has his own opinion. Especially some audiences over 60 years old said that this film made them find a long-lost feeling, and even felt that it was educational. You see, this kind of audience experience cannot be felt in the official media comments. The war of words continues, and movie fans and experts have their own insistence. The different evaluations of the audience and experts have also triggered a big war of words. Some people say that only those who have seen the movie are qualified to comment, which is not unreasonable. After all, everyone has a different perspective and naturally has different feelings. The enthusiasm of the fans is also a major attraction of this movie. As one netizen commented, I think it's pretty good, and I'm not disappointed. The opinions of the film critics and the reactions of the general audience form a subtle confrontation. Each has its own reasons, which has also triggered more people to think about the standards for evaluating movies. To put it bluntly, movies are for watching, not for finding faults. If the audience goes to the theater happily and feels that it is worth it after watching it, it is also a success. Topic discussion: the collision of traffic stars and classic IPs. The heated discussion of this movie has also made people start to think about the combination of traffic stars and classic IPs. Is it a win-win situation or does it have its own advantages and disadvantages? Xiao Zhan's performance as Guo Jing has indeed aroused widespread discussion among the audience, which is very common when celebrities participate in classic role-playing. As the core character in The Legend of the Condor Heroes, Guo Jing has a heavy responsibility and needs to possess many qualities: loyalty, courage, wisdom and profound martial arts. As an actor, although Xiao Zhan has a huge fan base and appearance advantages, it does take time and practice to show these qualities to the fullest. Some viewers believe that Xiao Zhan's interpretation shows Guo Jing's simplicity and tenacity, especially in some emotionally delicate parts, which can touch people's hearts. It may be because Xiao Zhan's acting skills in other works have gradually improved, so his performance in this movie has also made a breakthrough, allowing many people to begin to recognize his acting skills. Especially in the performance of Guo Jing's heroic spirit and introverted personality, there may be some shortcomings. This requires him to dig deeper into the role and further hone his acting skills in order to better control such a complex role. Indeed, Guo Jing is a layered character with inner conflicts. If Xiao Zhan can pay more attention to the multidimensional portrayal of the character in future works, he may show more mature acting skills. The issue of using traffic stars that you mentioned is indeed a common controversial point in the current film industry, especially when classic adaptations are combined with the star effect. They often face a dilemma. Xiao Zhan's acting skills and his own star effects have undoubtedly brought a lot of attention and box office to The Legend of the Condor Heroes, but it has also brought some concerns, especially when the audience's expectations are not completely consistent with the actual presentation. It is inevitable that there will be some disappointment and dissatisfaction. Classic adaptations often have a fixed fan base and high expectations. Everyone hopes to see a more exciting and creative presentation on the basis of retaining the essence of the original. When the movie chooses traffic stars to play these classic roles, the support of fans may bring box office and popularity on the one hand, but on the other hand, if the actor's performance is too different from the original image, or fails to meet the expectations of fans, it is easy to arouse doubts or even resistance. Xiao Zhan's fan base is undoubtedly a major driving force for the movie box office, but when the quality of the movie or the actor's performance cannot fully meet the audience's expectations, the risk of classic adaptation becomes particularly obvious. This is not only a challenge to the actor's acting skills, but also a question of how a work can balance the relationship between traffic and content, and between business and art. Do you think that in the future, in classic adaptations, we should pay more attention to the fit between actors and roles, or continue to rely on the star effects to drive box office and audience attention? The point you mentioned makes sense. Although The Legend of the Condor Heroes, the greatest hero, has been pointed out for many problems in official media and some comments, it still achieved good box office results during the Spring Festival with the star effect of Xiao Zhan and the charm of the film itself, and triggered widespread discussion. This is just as you said, the final quality of a movie is determined by the audience. After all, they are the ones who spend money to buy tickets and go to the theater, and they are truly qualified to evaluate the value of a work. Although the movie may have flaws in some aspects, such as the rhythm of the plot and the design of martial arts, for many audiences, perhaps more because of Xiao Zhan's performance and the entertainment of the work itself. It is often difficult for a martial arts film adapted from a classic like this to meet the expectations of all fans at the same time, but it is still a success to attract some people and generate a topic effect. The box office and topicality can reflect the audience's interest and acceptance of the film, and also show that it still has unique appeal at some levels. Therefore, despite the criticism, it is undeniable that the film's appearance during the Spring Festival still shows its potential and influence. For the film industry, how to meet commercial needs while not losing the artistry of the work may be an important issue that many future adaptations need to consider.
Thank you for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe to our support channel.